What's going on, good people? It's your boy James Harris, founder of a movement called Men to Heal, which focuses on men's overall wellness, their mental health, physical health, and of course, their emotional health. And I'm also the author of a book called Man Just Express Yourself, which is an interactive planner guide for boys and men to better express themselves. I definitely appreciate all my fellows who went out and got this book as a tool. Congratulations on taking the next step and working on certain issues and things that you want to learn insight about. Salute to my fellow clinicians who got this book and doing interventions or just got it in your lobby as a conversation starter. I definitely appreciate you. And of course, salute to those spouses out there who doing these interventions with their partner over dinner or date night or just having these engaging conversations. I definitely appreciate it. And praises to those parents who got this book for their young sons. You guys are making a difference. I definitely appreciate that. I'd like to see the feedback that you're leaving reviews or sending me personal messages or emails. I definitely appreciate it. And if you want a copy of the book, make sure you go to Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, Target, Walmart, pretty much anywhere books are sold. I definitely appreciate you. On my website also is my board game. Yes, I created a board game called Cheesy Dates, which is pretty much for all type of relationships, whether that's your platonic relationships or your intimate relationships. You can have this at your girls' night, your boys' nights, or adult game nights, and especially, of course, couples' nights. That board game comes with 2 card decks. One is a date card deck with multiple different date ideas, and then the other card deck is those tough conversations that you need to have within your relationship. Get you thinking, help you increase communication, and of course there's some pawn pieces that assist you with moving around the board. I definitely appreciate it. So www.mentoheal.com. And if you're new here, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And if you've been here for a while, definitely appreciate you. We're monetized now. And so since you've been here, or if you're new here, you know that I interview different guests. And the guest that I got coming up now is...
Yeah, brother. Stevie Baggs Jr. First and foremost, man, I'm a servant of the universal God, which I call the name of God, Yud Hey Wave Yahweh, and Father, mentor, and my in my career as a professional, I played 10 years in the NFL and CFL, and I'm an actor, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, entrepreneur, a number of different things. But the most things, the most things that we will be remembered for are the things that we do to help change the people's thinking. And so that's my main goal and my main mission at this point is to help people lift the veil. So, man, thanks for having me.
Nah, no, hey, too easy, man. Long time coming. We caught up maybe 2 years ago, so we've been rocking ever since. And it's been awesome to see your journey, man. I know you got a recurring role now on the BET show, The Game, and I know you did some stuff with Tyler Perry and all that. So we're gonna get into that. But let's talk about this woke campaign. I know, following you, seeing you post a lot, you talk about woke a lot. So can you explain that for the people?
Absolutely. I know a lot of people ask me why I always hashtag woke. Well, I'm an author. I've written 2 books. My first book was called Greater Than the Game, where I was teaching people principles about being greater than the game that society plays on many of us. And then my second book, which is right here, which is called Woke, which woke is a dictionary for the conscious mind. And in this book, I unpack etymology, linguistics, semantics, numerology to help, once again, lift the veil and give people some mental food, man, something that's different than what you get in the schools and on television and radio and church and everywhere else where we get informed at or misinformed at in my summation. And just giving people some things, some food for thought, bro. And so the woke campaign is all about that. We got woke fitness, we have woke economics, we have woke health, we have woke, the whole just woke mentality. And it's a woke 360 campaign that pushing out this year to help people have a 360-degree level of balance is what it really boils down to in their life. Economic balance, spiritual balance, and then health balance. And so that's where we're at with the woke campaign.
Man, that's so awesome. And I definitely agree with you that it's a lot of information that one can, have. So who knows if it's good information or the incorrect information, but it's up to you to decipher and decide what's best for you in your life. So I mean, the question would be like, you got so many roles in acting, you played in the league. What made you want to give back with this campaign and the books the way that you're doing?
Well, my mother and I have a nonprofit called the Cedar Foundation, bro, and it's we 19 years old this month, February, and we started my rookie year in the league, man. You know what I mean? And so consequently, it was a thing where my mom, when I was in college at Bethune-Cookman University, my mom was giving young women from a local orphanage in Orlando, she was giving them women's etiquette classes and teaching them how to cook and teaching them how. I mean, she was bringing these young girls to her home, and me being a selfish, entitled, full ride scholarship student, I'm like, man, you spending money and energy on them. You could give me some shoes or some J's. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay fly, not recognizing that I was doing the same thing, because I was one of the more articulate guys on the team, and because I was All-American, beginning my sophomore year, they started sending me around the local elementary, middle school, and high schools to go speak to young people. And man, it was just so rewarding. And so my mother and I, by the time I was a senior, we married, what she was doing in Orlando to what I was doing in Daytona. And we started the Cedar Foundation once again, which means creating empowerment through autonomy. And before COVID, we had 9 after-school programs here in the city of Atlanta where we taught young people through a curriculum called True Wealth, everything that they wouldn't get in the traditional education system. So yeah, that was our main bread and butter with Cedar Foundation, just once again doing the same thing we're doing with the books. It all goes back to one ecosystem, man. The acting, the speaking, the football, everything goes back for me to using my platform to be able to change thinking, man. Because that's really what it boils down to for me. Because someone gave me insight to change and lift the veil. And it wasn't just one, it was many people that did it, but it helped, for me to be able to live the life that I lived today.
So you did several years in the league, and I know many people who traveled that journey of playing football, whether it's from the youth league, Part 1, all the way up to the NFL, have the potential of having mental health issues due to CTE, which you can't diagnose until after somebody is dead, really. So how do you feel about mental health, and what's your take on it? What do you think mental health is, and the stigmas towards those things?
Well, I think I know mental health is important. I don't think it, I know it. And I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and not everybody. You almost have to be, man, abnormal to not have anxiety and depression in America. You really do. With all the things that we have to go through, with all the distractions that come with the bad food. If you think about it like this, if your food is dead, your TV is dead, your music is dead, your education is dead, your religion systems are dead, how do you expect to have life? How do you expect to have a high vibratory frequency or mental energy that will transcend? You won't. And so these people know. I tell people all the time, society creates the crime and the people commit the crime. So because of that, you're going to deal with people who are out here killing one another. You got to be almost crazy, man. Being in the middle of traffic and somebody cut you off or somebody does something stupid, now you literally going to pull out a gun and shoot them. And they look just like you. Or you on, so bro, mental health is real. And it's so real that I actually just partnered with this company called Amari. And I'll send you the link. Amari is a mental wellness company that provides these supplements that help give you balance, not only in your mental, but in your gut. Because as we know, your stomach is your second gut. And so if we don't have friendly bacteria helping to fight against all the dead things that we consume every day, this is why our health is at an all-time low. We're at an all-time low in health. This is before COVID. I mean, COVID still hasn't touched heart attack, heart disease, heart failure. COVID still has not touched the death toll of cancer. So when you think about that, if I have a sound mind, I'll have sound wealth. I'll have sound health, because I have balance. But if my mind is out of whack and if my stomach is out of whack, then it's a recipe for destruction, brother.
Nah, yeah, I got you. That's definitely important. So it sounds like that you're aware what mental health is. So being in the locker room, being on set now with your fellow actors and actresses, if you do see one, having issues or displaying difficulty or potential mental health scenario going on, are you one of those ones who go with the stigma and let them do what they're doing, or are you open to interjecting and assisting them with finding resources or finding help, or just simply being that shoulder that they can, go to and talk to?
Look, man, I'm an extrovert, but I'm a loner. I don't meet a stranger. I don't meet any stranger nowhere I go. So, and I've been thankful to have discernment and intuition. And in certain instances, you have to use that intuition and know when to step into a situation. But I will say this, the NFL, which I always affectionately call it, it's in my book, Niggas Felice, that the Niggas Felice League has created these people. You can't give me drugs and drug me up and then expect me to go out there and not be a drug addict. Like, they gave us cortisone shots, man. They told there's a statement that says you can't make the club in the tub, right? You can't make the club if you're in the cold tub or in the ice tub. Really is meaning if you're in the training room, you can't make the club. So you got a concussion, your ass better still go play. You hurt, you're injured, you better find a way to get on the field unless you have, an injury, of course, that you can't move. And, right. But I mean, look at my fingers, man, and hands from playing this game, man. It's just ridiculous. Stingers every day. I wake up, I got to deal with shoulder and knee. Come on, man. And so they don't care about your health, right? And they definitely don't care about your mental health. The same thing goes in corporate America. The same thing goes in television film. At the end of the day, man, you have to be able to put yourself in a position to find balance and find peace within. Because, if you look without, or if you go along with what they tell you to do, I haven't seen many examples of it working out very well.
Yeah. So you talk a lot about balance and peace and finding that wellness overall. How do you fit self-care in there? Because I know you be in the gym, which is cool, and I know you often on set. So where's your balance as far as self-care?
Bro,